Hi there. This is Lighting the Way, Granny Raps and Rocks. And my name is Beth Green, otherwise known as Granny Rocks. And this guy over here
is James Maynard, otherwise known as the Songbird. I'm handling the chat, so please chat with us, and I'll pass it on to Beth, and she can talk to you directly.
Remember, if you come live and you talk to me, I can answer you right on the show. But if you come later, then I can always respond to you through the chat feature. So here we are. All right. So tonight I want to talk about when you get knocked off your feet, what should you do? And it may not be what you think. So this is going to be fun, and you are welcome to listen and comment and do all of those good things. We are here every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, and you can always watch us later. So,
when I think of getting knocked off our feet,
yes.
I think of in the boxing ring, when
yes.
you just get back up and start swinging again.
Yeah, you hope. You're going to get...
You hope you're going to get up.
Well, I think that's, typically what people think about that kind of thing. It's like, oh, you're supposed to just get back up and do it again. And sometimes that is a good thing, right? But I just want to say that maybe there's a different way of approaching it. Maybe something that you do before you decide whether or not to keep swinging. Now, let's say you're a woman and you're getting married. And the day before your wedding, your best friend calls you up and says, Beth, are you aware that your guy is out with another woman tonight?
Whoa.
Now, that would knock me off my feet. Wouldn't it knock you off you?
Yeah, sure.
So there it is. So what do you do? Well, all the invitations are out and all of that stuff. So are you supposed to stop and, stop the wedding, call it off? Are you supposed to tell your future husband that you'll only go along with this if you guys go into therapy? Or are you supposed to say, something? I don't think I want to marry that guy. I'm a lesbian. What am I doing marrying him? Now, you think I'm kidding. I am not kidding. You see, every time we get knocked off our feet, what's happening is the path we're on is being interrupted.
Right.
See, we're going forward. We have an idea about what we're supposed to do, what we want to happen, and we just get stuck with that idea, and then we get knocked off our feet. And so our automatic reaction is, I'm not going to get stopped by that. No, I'm going to do it, right? Okay, I'm buying a house. The interest rates have gone up to 24%, but I'm not stopping. Because I'm intending, it was my idea that I'm going to do. Okay, so you think this is ridiculous? It isn't ridiculous. Don't we do this? I want to talk
Stubborn
about...
and persistent.
Yes. I want to talk about inertia. Inertia is, okay, you're starting to move, and you just continue moving in that direction if nothing stops you, right?
Right.
So it has to be resistance of some sort. Otherwise, you're just going to keep going.
That's right.
So it could be, friction on the ground. It could be resistance in the air, something that is going to slow down that inertia. I don't know about you, but I have a tendency to get very much into This is my course. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. Don't try to stop me. No, I'm tough. So maybe instead, and it looks like we've got some.
Oh, yeah, we got some comments here. Todd says, hi there, and gives a wave and sends caring and love. And thank you, Todd.
Thank you. Hi
And,
there, back.
Amy says, hi, Beth and James, and she says, it's 2 hearts of love.
Thank you, Amy. All right. So I don't know if you were here before, but what we're talking about is inertia, how we have a tendency to be thinking we're going in a particular direction, and we don't want to stop because it's like things continue to move in the direction they're moving. And so you get stopped by something shocking. So hello, Charlie. Could you calm down? Okay. So I gave an example of, all right, you're getting married the next day and you find out that your fiance is going out with another woman the night before. And so that might stop you, but you're saying, no, I'm going to marry him anyway. And you realize that you're a lesbian and you shouldn't be marrying any man. So what it is that being stopped is a call to stop. I mean, isn't that a funny idea?
Like, think again, right?
Think again. Now, maybe you're going to get up. I mean, naturally, we want to get up. But first of all, we may not be able to get up. Oh, I fell and, I'm going to get right up, right? And I've broken my leg. Well, I'm not going to get up. I ain't going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? No, I have to stop and go to the, get into an ambulance and go to the emergency room. So whatever I thought I was doing, I'm not doing. But sometimes we can get up, and then are we going to just keep walking on our way? And it looks like we have another lovely
and
person.
Catalina says good evening, and she sends a heart of love and a wave and musical notes. Thank you, Catalina.
Thank you. We're so happy to see you, Catalina. So if we are being stopped, maybe that means we should think again about what we're doing. Now, let's say you've been running for office for 20 years and you keep losing. If you're anything like me, you're probably going to want to run again. And maybe you should run one again. Okay, we have another.
Oh, Elizabeth says hello and sends a heart of love also. Thank
Looks
you.
like a hero, which is very funny. Yes, hello, hero. The same to you. We're so happy to have you, Elizabeth. So this is the situation. So are you going to run again? Well, the only reason to run again is if you believe that running does something positive for you or for other people, right? You don't have to run again just because you've run for 20 years. Maybe times have changed. Maybe it wouldn't be good for you to run again. So it's very hard to stop ourselves from doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over. So can you think of any way in which you're doing this very thing that I'm talking about, that you get an idea in your head, and no matter how many obstacles there are, you are determined you're going to do it, even if it kills you? Because that's your pride or your ego, or it's just, I hate to think of it that maybe it's just inertia. You know what I mean? Like you're like a ball in the air and it's just going to go until the air resistance
I have an
starts
example
to-
of that in my life.
Excellent.
Well, I got a law degree, right?
Yes.
So, hey, I've already got the ball rolling in that way. And then I go into the practice of law, and then I leave it because it just doesn't feel that congenial. But then I get back into it, and for almost 20 years, I keep the ball rolling, even though it's very stressful, a lot of high anxiety, and I wind up realizing that I'm really not that well suited for that
Right.
kind of work. In my other career, hypnotherapy, I was well suited for that, so thank God for that. But why did I keep all that momentum going?
Exactly. Well, this is part of it. We get into, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. Okay, well, whatever made you want to be a lawyer to start with? Maybe you were trying to prove how smart you were, or thought you were going to make a lot of money, or whatever, even though you're not proving how smart you are and you're not making a lot of money, but you think you will. Okay.
Right. Oh, namaste. I'm from Kathmandu.
Hello.
Namaste.
Namaste back. So happy to see you. We don't like to stop and rethink things.
Mm-hmm.
We really don't. It's very challenging. We may not know what else to do. But even just saying, I have a right to pause, I have a right to rethink. Maybe this is a block that's supposed to get me, okay, revved up, and yes, I am going to do this. Maybe this is a block that's supposed to make me rethink.
Mm-hmm. And to ask, why did this happen?
And why did it happen? And ask, why am I even trying to do this?
Right.
You know, another very interesting component of this is that when time passes, that we get more ill. Maybe we shouldn't be thinking about the same thing we thought that we could do 5, 10, 15 years ago. You know, maybe it's time to even shift that.
Probably shift into a lower gear, a
Maybe.
slower gear.
Or a more enlightened gear. So here's the question that I would like to ask myself
Mm-hmm.
when I get stopped or blocked. It's like, what could I be doing better today? What thing could I be focusing on?
Mm.
Because like I have been trying to get a keyboard, a digital keyboard, for like years. And it never works out because I can't play a digital keyboard because of my body. But it never stops me. I'm still looking. I can't even tell you how long I've been looking. And then we tried this and we tried that and we tried the other thing and I keep getting blocked. So I don't know whether I should just continue looking. And because new things come out all the time, right? There's always a chance that something else will come up. But maybe there's something else that I should be doing with my time and energy that I'm not thinking about. So I would like to ask the question when I get stuck like this. Like you said, is the universe trying to tell me something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Am I willing to listen? No. Am I willing to let go of my idea of what I need? And what else could I be doing? What could I be doing today? What could I be doing better today than repeating this pattern over and over? And maybe I will dust myself off, give myself that moment to ask, and come to the conclusion, this is the highest thing that I can do with my life.
Mm.
And I'm going to do it. And I'm going to try. I'm going to work my you-know-what off in order to keep trying. And I'm going to get more support. Or I'm going to try to do it differently. Or I'm going to try to imagine something else as possible so that I'm not just completely stuck in this idea about what I should do. So when I get up, do I have to get back on the same path? No.
Right.
I don't have to get back on the same path unless it's the right one.
Well, that begs the question of how will you know what the right path is?
Well, is that a question that you want to ask me?
Yes, how will you know what the right path is?
Well, some people say that if it the door opens, then that's obviously the right path. That can be just a seduction.
Right.
Oh, it's easy, therefore it must be right. And a lot of people have that as a belief. Don't go with your beliefs. Go with, look deeper. Okay. And some people feel like if it's really blocked, that must be the right path. Because if it weren't really important, it wouldn't be so blocked. So how do you know it's the right path? You don't.
Mm.
You go inside your heart and you say, what do I feel I should do? What
Mm.
do I feel divinely guided to do? If I were to open, but you've already asked yourself a question. Why am I trying to do this? The most important thing in everything is why you do it, not what you do. So the question you ask is, why am I trying to do this? For instance, the people who's decided they have to buy a house even though the interest rates have gone up to 20%. Well, why do they have to do that? Why? Is it really right? Is it something that you should wait for the interest rates to go down again?
Or is it a symbol of something?
Is it a symbol of something?
Oh, I've made it if I own a home.
That's right.
No matter how high the interest rates are.
Now, I know that there are reasons to want to have your own home because, after all, you can change things, you can do what you want, you don't have a landlord breathing down your neck, and you also don't have the bills either. It's not so simple. Or you have dogs or whatever, and we try to find a house, and they wouldn't take our dogs, and so or there's no rentals either, and then you decide that what you're going to do is move into a yurt. You know what I mean? But so there's all that introspection that you must do in order to go through it and be very honest with yourself. And then the next thing is it worth the cost? Okay, I have fallen down. I've broken my leg. I'm limping. I still want to get there. There are no taxis. I have no choice. Now, hopefully this is after you get your foot set and you have a broken leg. So what I'm saying is, yeah, it has to be feasible. You have to be able to do it. But then you have to come to terms in yourself, what is this really worth to you? And do you believe that it is for the highest good of all? So when I say, could I do something better today? Could I do something different today? Think about that. Right now, is there something that you are like stuck on, like 100%, like I have been stuck on recently? And how much time and energy and effort have I put into that? And I have to ask myself, is this the right thing, the right utilization of my energy? Or what could I do better? Maybe that would even serve the same goal. What if I find the right motivation underneath it all? Is that necessarily the right path to get there? How can I open my mind to the possibility that there's a better way to get where I'm going and to create that whatever effect that I'm really looking for? So these are all moments for thought and reflection. So when you get knocked down, and life knocks us down all the time, I mean, it could be a war, it could be illness, it could be financial problems, it could be the death of a loved one. It's going to happen. We're always getting knocked off our feet. And it hurts. And as we go forward, we continue to ask ourselves the question, is this still what I'm supposed to do? Is this the best use for my time and my energy? And if so, I'm going to get up. And I'm going to get all the people I know to come and rush over because I've fallen and help me up or call that ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
How am I going to do it? Is it worth it? Just a moment to think. I know this sounds ridiculous. I've been making the same point now for 20 minutes, but the fact is, we don't. We typically do not think. We get on a track and we don't want to get off. And we get all revved up, and our egos and our prides get so locked in, we can't stop, we can't take a breath, and we can't ask. So when we fall or are knocked off our feet, let's take that as a time for reflection, not for bouncing up.
Right.
So that's all I've got for you tonight. Remember, every Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Time, we have Lighting the Way, Granny Raps and Rocks. Please leave your comments, please like the show, and please share it, because I'm not the only one who does this. I think you're going to find that people either throw in the towel really early, or the opposite is they don't stop and think about what they're doing. And wouldn't it be great if we all stopped and thought about what we were doing, like before we stormed the Capitol?
Right.
Don't forget, Thursday nights, Magical Improvs, where I play the piano and other instruments, and James sings, and that's at 7 p.m. Pacific Time every Thursday night. So we look forward to seeing you.
Yes. Come
And
have fun with us.
That's right, and share this program. Thank you.
Glad you could
By
join
the
us.
way, just because you don't do something doesn't mean that you should continue not doing it. So let's say you've never shared this program. Well, inertia would say you're not going to share this program. Well, maybe you should think, maybe I should share this program.
There you go.
See? It goes both ways. Love you.
Bye-bye for now. Thanks for coming.